Hey, grade 11s, lot of info on the classroom stream today. Make sure you read it. 4-question key to the bottom of page 181 right now, and then a very short trig lesson. Alright, so let's get down to it. Okay, so here is the bottom of page 181. You're running water into a tub. We'll use colors. Remember the cold water. The cold water, that's pretty small. Let's make that a little bigger. Cold water can fill one tub in 2 minutes. The hot water can fill one tub in 3 minutes. I want to know, and I'll use purple because red and blue makes purple, how long to fill with both. Well, that's going to fill one tub in I don't know how many minutes. So 1/3 half plus 1/3 equals 1 over t. So our common denominator is 6. So that is 3 plus 2. 5 over 6 equals, that's not supposed to be a 2, that's supposed to be a t. 5 over 6 equals 1 over t. Solve it. 5t equals 6. T equals 1.2 minutes, which is, of course, 1 minute and 12 seconds. Let's do the paddlers. Remember, since it is a distance question, you have a distance, a speed, and a time. And you have upstream and you have downstream. So the distance, they paddled upstream 8 kilometers and they paddled downstream 18 kilometers. How fast did they paddle? We don't know, but when they were going upstream, they lost 3 kilometers an hour. When they were paddling downstream, they gained 3 kilometers an hour. So the time is 8 over s minus 3, 18 over s plus 3. And then we just solve it. It took the same amount of time to do both. So that means that time, 8 over s minus 3 had to equal 18 over s plus 3. Cross multiply 18s minus 54 equals 8s plus 24. Solve it. 10s equals 78. S equals 7.8. So that is their speed. 100% pure acid needs to be diluted for a science experiment. How much acid must be added to 800 milliliters of water to make a 30% acid solution? So I don't know how much acid I have, so X equals my acid. If something is 100%, then it's X over X. That's all acid, right? If I had 100 milliliters of acid and it was only acid, then that would be 100% acid. But it's not. I have some acid, and then I have some acid plus 800 milliliters of water. And I want that to be 30% acid. Cross multiply 30x plus 24,000 equals 100x. 70x equals 24,000. X equals 342.86 milliliters of acid. And then our last question. Again, we have a distance, we have a speed, we have a time. And this one's, we run on the road, we run on the grass, and we have a total. We run 5K on the road, 2K on the grass, total of 7K. Our speed on the road is twice as fast as our speed on the grass. So if our grass speed is s, our road speed is 2s. Then our time is 5 over 2s, 2 over s, and then we took 190 minutes. So all we do is work it out. Our common denominator is 2s, so this guy is 10 plus 4, because this guy had the 2s, so, sorry, oops, this guy had 2s, so he doesn't change, plus 4 equals, and 190 is, needs the 2s, so that's, sorry, times 2s, so that's 380s. So that is 9 equals 380s, so s equals 380 over 9. That's our speed. Now, of course, that's speed in minutes, so that's why it seems fast. All right, if you would all be so kind as to flip to page 194-ish, the unit, no, I'm sorry, I'm the worst kind of liar. Page 191, angles in standard position. Now, you all remember trigonometry. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. And if I were to do this, and make a triangle, that dot right there is x comma 0, right? So this distance is x. That dot right there is x comma y. So this distance right here is y, right? So now you can make this triangle because this is Pythagoras. And that is, of course, the square root of x squared plus y squared. Correct? So now all you have to do is recognize that that can happen in 4 different directions. This is negative x. This is positive y. That is still negative x, but that is negative y. And that is still x, but that is negative y, which gives us these 4 options. Now, of course, the hypotenuse is always going to be positive. Why? Because whenever you square a negative, you get a positive. So this gives us a new rule here, right? If I have red theta, then tangent of theta is y opposite over adjacent. So y over x. Tangent of cosine of red theta is x over the hypotenuse, which we know is the square root of x squared plus y squared. And sine is going to be y over the square root of x squared plus y squared. So that allows us to do all this kind of trig work, but only using x comma y. I don't even need to draw it out because it tells me how far I went on x and how far I went on y. So an angle is in standard position if its vertex is at the origin and its initial ray lies on the positive x-axis. So that angle is in standard position because it starts at 0, 0, and the first part of it goes along the positive x-axis. This is the initial arm. This is the terminal If I go that way from the x, they are a positive angle. If I go that way from the x, they are a negative angle. So let's practice this a little bit. Sketch the angle in standard position. Well, so always starts along here, positive 30. So I'm going to go up 30 into there. Positive. How far is that? 90. Then I got to go over to here. There's 135. 90, 180, 245. Start at 0. Not going to even hit 90. 65. Start at 0. 90, 180, 270, 285, and 115, 90, and a little more. And that's how you do it. It's pretty simple. Now, the reference angle is a little trickier. The reference angle is between the terminal arm and the closest x-axis. So, given an angle in standard position, the reference angle is between the terminal arm and the closest. So I've got 4 lines here. Let's choose 4 of these. Let's take 30. Let's take A, B, C, and E. So A was 30 degrees. So the standard 30 degrees. This is 30. There's my terminal arm. The closest X is right there. So in quadrant 1, because this is quadrant 1, reference equals our angle. So let's look at the second one. That was 135. So this one is going to be 135. It's going to be there, and it's going to be out there. So this one is quadrant 2. Now, if you were here, would you walk all the way back there? Or would you drop right there? This is your reference angle. So, all the way is 180, but I went back here. So I took away 135. So the reference angle here is 45 degrees. So in quadrant 2, reference equals 180 minus our theta, since theta was 135. The next one was 245. 245, that's theta. So I'm going all the way around to here. Now, would you go all the way to there or right back to there? Of course, you'd go right back to there. So, if that's 180 and that's 245, I'm going back. So this one is in quadrant 3. My reference angle equals theta minus 180. So it's 245. Take out the 180. This is 65 degrees. And the last one was 285. Do that one in light green. Theta equaled 285, which means I go all the way around to here. So here is my reference angle because this is the closest x. That's 245, 285. If I went all the way around there, that's 360. But I'm taking away 285 of that. So in quadrant 4, reference angles equal 360 minus theta, which is 65. So let's do that down here. Reference angle of 15, it's not 90, goes right there. So this is 15, and our reference is 15. 120, that comes out here. 120 is theta. This is 60. 250, that comes all the way around to here. Our reference is right in here, and that's 180. 250 minus the 180, is 250 minus the 180, so our reference is 70. And 350, we come all the way around to here. Our reference is right there, so this is 10. And then all we got to do is, now I'm going to use the numbers 3, 2, both positive. There's my first angle. -5, -1, -5, -1. So I got to come all the way around to there. 2, -4, 2, -4. So I got to go all the way around to there. -10, 5. So I got to go to there. 4, 2. So I got to go to there. -4, 2. I got to go to there. -4, -2. I got to go to there. And 4, -2. I got to go all the way around to there. And that's the first lesson in this kind of trig. You already know how to do it. There's some practice for it. Do it if you want. I'll put up a key on Wednesday, okay? Talk to you soon.